Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be touching on my experiences doing facial treatments in Korea. South Korea is known for many things. And one thing they're most known for is Korean skincare and treatments at skin clinics. When Paul Bestie and Papa surprised me with the trip to Korea, one of the first activities Paul Bestie and I wanted to do was try out the aesthetic treatments in Korea. Or as is plainly known there, plastic surgery. So when you think of plastic surgery, you might think of the more invasive treatments like liposuction, thread lifts, facelifts, and the list goes on. There are more non-invasive treatments or with minimal downtime that are more on the aesthetic side. And here are my criteria for shortlisting all those clinics. Firstly, they have to have overall positive reviews on Google. Secondly, they must be foreigner friendly. Thirdly, they must have an English menu and consultation. 4, they have to have a clear price list. To me, these criteria were very important in choosing a suitable clinic as I wanted to have the best possible communication with the clinic staff. Though the risk is small, you're still doing something permanent or semi-permanent to your face. You really want to have that clear communication channel in case anything goes wrong. You want to tell them you're in pain. Yeah, you really want to have the ease of communication going. The next thing I felt that was very important was a clear price list. I wanted a clinic that showed all their pricings on their website so that I had a clear idea of 1, how to budget for the treatments. I wanted to know how much each treatment cost. I know exactly itemized how much it would cost. And I wouldn't fall prey to any upselling either. When researching the treatments I wanted to do, I listed out my skin concerns and problem areas that I wanted to tackle. So what are these areas? These areas were 1, my neck and double chin, 2, my under eye circles, and 3, the uneven or dull skin tone. So I wanted overall brightening, I wanted tightening. That's all the outcomes that I wanted to achieve. After which, it only took a quick Google search to find Korean treatments and clinics that had these treatments in order to tackle my concerns. The clinics that I shortlisted were Abiju, Lienjang, and Individual Genevieve. So basically, these 3 hit the criteria of foreigner friendly. For Abiju, it was recommended by a Korean friend. So foreigner friendliness is definitely lower down on the list. So now I'll go into every clinic and ultimately discuss why I chose the clinic that I chose in the end. Alright, so for Abiju, there is a foreigner friendly page and it lists all the clinic locations as well as some of the more popular and expensive treatments, but there isn't a comprehensive price list. So what you have to do was you had to go to the Korean website and it will be entirely in Korean, and the bundles and promotions, you can't translate that on via the Google extension itself. Also, another thing is that you will be able to see all the pricings of all the treatments on their Korean website, but it's not available on the international website. So a bit of feelings there already regarding that. Why don't you want your international patients, clients to know your pricing? And why would you make it so difficult for us to actually see your pricing? So to me, it just felt a bit sketchy. It felt a bit sus. So I was like, okay, I'll put a pin in that because that was ultimately recommended by a Korean friend. Number 2, Lienjang. That website was fully English. I could see all the treatments. They even had like information on all the treatments or like the different machines that they had in English. They did not have a description of the machine I wanted to do, which was the Inmode FX there. But I just put a pin in that because I know that I would just ask the consultant. It's available on the price list, so I was solely interested in that. Also, they actually had all the treatments that I wanted to do so this was like the best range of treatments that I could find technically among the 3 that I've listed. And they stated that all their consultants could speak English, and all consultations can be conducted in English, Japanese, and a few other languages. Moving on to the third one, called Individual Genevieve. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure, but this was highly recommended by quite a few influencers. So their social media game is strong, and they do have a few gimmicky things that they do, like the skin scan and everything to show you how deep your pores are and stuff like that. It's known for being super foreigner friendly because it's promoted so much by foreign influencers. And unfortunately, upon seeing their treatments, it was expensive. Not only that, it seemed like they didn't have the machines that I was kind of looking for. So that was a bit of a bummer. So with all that said, we chose to go with Lienjang, as there were more bundles and promotions. Not only that, the price list was comprehensive, and they had all the treatments I wanted to try. So why is it so important to actually do your research beforehand and be firm with your budget? Across all 3 clinics, you will see a lot of reviews saying that they all like push and upsell. The consultants only want to make your money. But if you do your research beforehand and you're informed about what treatments you want to do, you will have a lesser chance of being targeted by these consultants. These consultants, they are just doing their job. Technically, they are really just doing their job. Their job is to sell you the more expensive treatments. Ultimately, you know your skin best, you know your skin concerns, and like you know how sensitive your skin is and everything. So if they recommend you something that you feel is too strong for you or you don't need yet, you can always tell them no. Now on to the treatments. So we split the treatments into 2 days. The reason we did this is because at the start of the trip, we wanted something more of a less downtime treatment where it's like a rejuvenation of our skin so that we can also see the effects throughout the trip. The second day, at the end of the trip, was for more invasive treatments with downtime. So for the first day, what we did was a Botox treatment, which is a PHA peel, and we also had LDM treatment. So it's meant to target fine lines and wrinkles and give you a smoothing effect. This treatment is recommended once a month and partnered with the LDM low frequency ultrasound treatment that promotes collagen growth and blood circulation. It will give you that very nice glowing glass skin effect. So this was the entire consultation that we had with our consultant Melanie. She was very informative and she didn't push hard.
So I can tell you more about like which kinds of treatments we have, because of course if you want to like just do facial, it will help with like moisture, but it cannot really help with like blemishes or like pores, for example.
Okay.
So in terms of the most effective like procedures for blemishes or also for shrinking your pores, usually we recommend potential laser. This is a radio frequency laser, but it has micro needles as well. So yeah, basically it helps with the moisture, but also it shrinks your pores, because usually if you do just like micro needling, it helps with like surface, but it doesn't really shrink your pores a lot. So in terms of the downtime, maybe your face is quite red, but you don't have any bruising or anything like that. So usually this laser you can do only by itself, or it's a bit better if you pump like some skin booster together into your skin. But also for brightening, we recommend the picotoning laser, but honestly you need to do it like in several sessions, because people in Korea usually get it like once a month. Yeah, so if you do it once a month, you really can see a lot of improvements. So basically it just breaks down the melanin in your face, so it like gets lighter. But if you do one session, you can just expect like a little bit of toning up, but you cannot expect like everything's gone. So usually you need like at least 10 sessions to get rid of this one, at least. Yeah, you don't have like that severe type of pigmentation, but still it will require maybe at least 5 sessions to see like very good improvement, maybe at least 3. Then
I want more like glass skin.
Glass skin.
Yeah.
So glass skin, if you want like faster effect, we have facial for glass skin. It's a PHA peel, but it's very good that it's very gentle, so you don't have any like allergies or breakouts to that. Yeah, but it really creates like glass skin effects.
Oh, I like good. Yes.
If you're okay with some redness afterwards, it's also good if you do microneedling as well. Yeah, but after microneedling, or for example after this laser, your skin is still red for maybe 2 hours. So you don't have any bruising or anything, but it's still quite red for 2 hours. But you can do makeup even like at night, like for example in the late evening, makeup is okay. You can cover it, but it will be quite red. But it's like still better, the recovery is still better than after injections, for example. Of course, if you're open to injections, and like even for this like big scar, you can put some injections to brighten it up. But maybe it will be a bit like bumpy, swollen for maybe a couple of hours as well. So yeah, usually people in Korea also do like injections to specific concerned areas. They show a bit of more like dramatic effect in one session as well. So
we're looking at some for under eyes also, because because our under eyes quite dark. Yeah.
But you don't want, are you okay with injections or not really?
So because we will still be in Korea for a couple more days, so we're thinking of putting the heavier treatments at the end. So today is mostly the more lesser downtime shows.
Yeah, if you're looking for under eyes, and later you can try some injections, because honestly for under eye it's either laser, like high full for example, or radio frequency laser, or for example injections. But honestly, if you're okay with like some injections, and for you personally I would recommend filler a little bit better, because you have a bit of like hollow under eye. But that's because it's hollow, it also seems a bit more darker. If you put some filler, it will restore like the volume, so it will look less dark as well.
Does the filler last for?
It depends on which one you do. So because like we have Korean fillers, and we have German, US, Swedish ones, so basically a lot of brands.
I felt like she took the time to understand our concerns and tried to recommend the appropriate treatments. Yes, she did recommend the more expensive treatments at the start, but this is her job, as I said before. We told her that we weren't looking at invasive treatments on the first day, and she totally understood. And even gave us her contact number so that we could set up the second day appointment at a later date should we choose to go back. The whole treatment overall didn't hurt at all. It was very relaxing. There was only a slight prickling from the peel, but overall it wasn't uncomfortable in any way. First thing they did was just brush on a layer of the peel on your face and let it work its magic. So you basically just lie there and just wait with your eyes covered. You could sleep. Honestly, you could really sleep. And then after that, they brush on a second layer of the peel. Because the first layer has already worked, you will actually feel a bit more prickling on the second layer. But it wasn't painful. After that, they neutralized it with the serum that they were using for the LDM, the low frequency ultrasound. So it was a very relaxing machine where they just used it on your face, and that wasn't painful. It was super soothing and relaxing after the peel. It totally took away all the prickliness, and after that it just felt so good. Then what they do is they put a sheet mask on your face, and then they give you some red light therapy. At this point, you will look like a roast chicken. Case in point, the video here. So, thoughts about the first treatment. Overall, the first treatment that we did see immediate results. It was quite obvious. We had a 22-hour day the day before. We woke up at 4, we went to sleep at 2, so it was like 22-hour day of flights and everything, and we were looking quite fatigued. So after the treatment, we really saw great results. We were glowing, our skin tone looked more even, it was brighter, it was plumper. So here's a comparison of the before and after, just so that you can really tell. So the treatments for the second day, the real meat of this video. We had a different consultant because Melanie wasn't working that day. She was just as detailed and patient with us. Her name was Fonny, and she was very patient in recommending and explaining the various treatments again for our skin concerns. Okay, hi everyone. Today we are actually just having a bit of breakfast outside before we go and fix our faces. We have a different what's that called, consultant today, so we're gonna see what she recommends as well. But actually today is a no makeup day because we're gonna just remove everything anyway. It's not bad, no makeup, but yeah, I burned my forehead. Stupid.
No, you're not.
Stupid, really stupid. Ooh, kimbap. And the consultation went as follows.
Microneedle, they have two types. You can choose. One is the basic microneedle. This one. So this one is not pink. With 1 2 level object. And then another one will be Potenza. Potenza, the one that you played. Potenza, it's the microneedle plus the RF radio frequency. So this one go more deeper to the skin.
Then do you have any recommendations for forming here and here?
For me, tightening. They have a lot of machine. So for example, depends on your concern. If you're concerned about the fat, that's gonna be Inmode FX. Inmode FX is break down the fat. And then for example, if you want something like tightening, that's gonna be start with Shearing. Shearing Universe will be the first level of HIFU. So this one gonna be like tighten the skin overall, like here this area or here.
For me, I want just the tightening of the double chin and
Can you have like bruises or redness after? It's okay.
for me, okay.
For her, okay. For me, rather less illness if possible.
Because if you want to remove here this area, the Inmode FX is good. The Inmode is good, but then you can have like the redness like this.
Oh, okay.
after.
So over here is shrink. So over here there's no firming. It's just injections for the
Injection, rejuvenation.
for the under eye circles.
Because you have like the dark circle too. Because I think why you want the exosoma? Actually, exosoma will be for like
Acne scars.
acne scars.
So the acne scarring.
If this one gonna be like the brightening one, it's good already.
So I don't really need the acne scarring one.
Acne scar will be for someone who have like really the spots.
What? Yeah, I think the idea of acne scar is really like lobang.
That's
like
that's
hole.
why,
Okay, that's the brightening.
that's why at first I suggest like the brightening and then the Chanel. Because the Chanel is quite popular for like really dewy, glowy glass.
Getting me a glaze.
Depends on people. Because when I did, you sure when I
Oh,
did,
you did ah?
I did. But then I did once a month.
Oh, you do once a month.
But then in the first time I did, I had a lot of acne scars too.
Oh,
But it's getting better. But then
Oh.
after like
your
1
skin is so nice now.
Thank you. 1 2 hours, it's like the redness is subsiding already.
Oh,
Okay.
1 2 hours eh.
But then for me, but then depends on people.
But how's the pain level?
Maybe 4 5.
How 5?
Microneedle is 1 2.
Oh, microneedle is 1 2, but Potenza is the one that's a bit more painful.
But then it's go more deeper, so like the collagen.
Okay.
But
I mean, you're paying so much, you might as well just
but numbing cream, numbing cream.
got numbing cream. You put the numbing cream. Okay.
Okay, so for me, I want the this one. But just micro needling,
Just
no
microneedling.
need Potenza.
Okay.
And then I would like the Inmode. Inmode pain, right? Just bruising lah.
Inmode. Inmode, you okay with the injection too?
The fat injection.
No injection.
No injection.
Yeah, just
That's the Inmode one. Because this one is gonna be Inmode plus the fat dissolving injection, but then one area. Injection, it's 1 minute. Really fast.
Actually, I think you should do
I
it.
don't.
Because she's scared.
Because if you do together, it's gonna be like more result. If you do only Inmode, it's like a little bit less.
This one will really make the face V-shape, is it?
Because they are dissolving the fat here.
Here,
Like
right?
here. So we do here, the jawline.
This jawline here.
Because if you want be 200.
The injection will be done by
This one the doctor, but this microneedle is the nurse.
I understand it's Botox too.
No, Botox, it's not like the tighten or anything like frozen, something like that, no. But then just make the jawline modify. That's why they put it all together with all the machine. This one gonna make it like more tighten. That is basic. This one less pain than Potenza.
Oh,
Wait, respect me. You cannot. Cannot.
And then just a little bit here, just the jawline.
The jawline.
I just think because your concern is the fatty part, right? Then you might as well get the dissolving. Okay. You shouldn't. This is what happens when you go out with me.
The face of someone who's gonna get jailed.
But with the encouragement of Paul Bestie and Papa and also Fonny, I decided to get the bundle because ultimately I'm there for the results. I want the best results that I could get for, and so this is what I got. I got the Inmode FX full face bundle together with fat dissolving injections as well as jawline Botox. I also got the LeBest microneedling bundle that focuses on brightening and on glow. After deciding what I wanted to do, here begins our journey of getting rid of my double chin and neck fat, as well as microneedling to help with the uneven skin tone and also dark under eye circles. The consultants covered my entire face and neck in numbing cream. This is to help with the microneedling and also some of the pain that will be dealt to me with the Inmode FX and also the Botox and fat dissolving injections.
You so much.
We go downstairs for okay.
I will now rate all treatments on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most painful thing I've ever gone through in my life. And to share a bit, my most painful experience that I've experienced so far is when I had a bicycle accident and I broke my jaw on the pavement and split my chin. So yeah, that is the most pain that I've gone through, and that is the level 10 benchmark. So I'm comparing all the treatments to that. Okay.
So I was supposed to film. Unfortunately, as you can see, I don't think you can film, so we're gonna wait for her to finish and then we'll see how it goes.
Just to go into detail about the treatments that I chose. Inmode FX is a radio frequency lifting device that has downtime because there will be bruising. I was warned this. Fonny was very clear and to tell me that the clients that have gone through this treatment will have slight bruising after the treatment. So I wasn't able to film the treatment because this was more of the surgery side of it. It was done by a doctor. So what the treatment does is that the machine will suck up your fat and it will just zap. The machine does get pretty hot, but overall I will rate the pain as a 2 over 10. She did it many times all around my face, and I did have substantial bruising on my neck here as well as my lower half of my face. Next came the Botox and fat dissolving injections, and that was an experience in and of itself. So when they told me the package came with Botox, I naively thought, oh, it's probably just 2 sticks, like 1 for Botox, 1 for fat dissolving injection. That's not how this works. So the nice doctor put out a syringe about this big. She said, this is gonna be Botox. I said, okay. She was like, I'm gonna inject you here, 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 and here. 4 spots. I was like, that's 4 sticks. That is 3 more sticks than what I thought it would be. Fine. Just go ahead and do it. So she did it. I was like, that's not too bad. That wasn't so painful. It's fine. That's okay. So pain, about a 4 out of 10. After which, she put out another syringe with a slightly bigger needle, and the syringe was also slightly... I assume this was the fat dissolving injection. So we are already almost done, right? She said she was going to inject me 3 times on top of my jaw. 1, 2, which is around here and here. I said, great, do it. And she did it. Pain, about 5 out of 10. I thought she was done. But then she put out another syringe. Another syringe that was even bigger. The needle was so big. And she was like, this is the fat dissolving injection. I was like, what? Did we already do that? No. And she was like, oh, this is gonna hurt. I was like, what do you mean? It hurt before. And she was like, don't worry, it's gotta be done quickly. So I gripped my arms and relaxed my face, and she began. The nurse saw me gripping and she immediately put a plushie into my hand, and now I realized why there was a pile of plushies in the corner and what they were for. So I held the plushie and she jabbed me 4 times. Pain was around a 6 out of 10. I was like, it's finally over, right? The fat dissolving injections are over, right? No, I was wrong. She took out another needle with like the 10cc syringe or the 10 ml fat syringe, and the needle was almost as big as the needle that I used for Pinky for her subcut last time. It was long, it was big, I was so scared. And she said, this is the last one. I looked at it and my heart sank because I am scared. I am really scared of needles. And she was like, it's gonna go directly here in your double chin. I said, okay. And it took a while to stop bleeding. The needle was thick, there was a lot of liquid to inject, and I gripped onto that stuffed toy for dear life. The pain was an 8 out of 10. So dazed and traumatized, I walked out of the surgery room into Papa's arms and just sat there. And this is the footage of me just sitting there in pain. Got more injections, huh?
Okay.
There was a lot of injections. There wasn't only one, there were 4 injections. 4 types. The last one, the needle was so big.
She was traumatized. Okay. Don't crumple. Okay, you're doing very well. You're doing okay.
After which, I was ushered to the other area where they did my micro needling, which we could actually film so you can see everything. They put a calming mask, and for this the pain level was 0, and I really needed it to soothe my aching face. It wasn't a lasting pain, but I did feel like a bit sore, so that whole thing just soothed everything and it just felt so much better. So aftercare for these treatments were reiterated to us by our consultant: no going to any KBBQs, Korean saunas, jjimjilbangs, or no activities. No using any actives like retinols or vitamin serums for at least a week. You should also avoid drinking or smoking for around 7 days after the treatment. After treatment,
We weren't able to film inside, as mentioned, but I was able to capture a couple more footage for the facials after.
it was
So-
good. There was a lot more injections than I expected, but yeah, powered through. Now not pain already. When do that time was pain.
Okay. You're
Scary.
great.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It looks good.
I don't know.
It looks
Y'all
good.
tell me in the comments below whether it looks good.
Okay. There's a bit of extra bruising still, so we're gonna see after. Oh, that side was rough. But we're gonna see after a couple of days. So post editing Courtney, she will give you another video update on how she looks better after.
These are the results 1 week after the treatment. I kind of do a whole recap of the treatments and everything, but you can see. Hi everyone, Positive Neko here. Hello. Okay, so I just wanted to record my skin like 1 week after the treatments. So this is just after bath, and as you can see, I just did my basic skincare and put sunblock. Yeah, it's pretty much glowing. Very happy with the treatments lah. RF lifting treatments, basically you may experience redness, warmth and tingling, which we did, and then bruising and swelling, which so right now all the swelling is gone already. As you can see, like you can actually really see that I have a jawline now. Previously, like here and here was like sort of, it wasn't quite as prominent, and if I look down like this, I can see that my double chin has already mostly like subsided. It's gone. So this is after one treatment. The doctor did recommend at least 3 treatments to like really if you want to look like you lost 5 kg, that's what she told me, you have to do 3 treatments, but I don't think I really need that. So yeah, the skin texture has definitely improved a lot. As you can see, it's pretty much, if I say so myself, it's pretty much kind of like glass skin already. It's very hydrated. Also, it's due to the skincare. If you guys want me to like share the skincare that I use, please let me know in the comments as well. So overall thoughts, I'm glad I plucked up the courage to do the second treatment bundle. I don't think I would have gotten the same results if I just did the Inmode FX. The treatments in Singapore would also be at least 4 times more expensive based on some of the research that I did. So just the Inmode FX will cost you about $500 per session, and that is actually the price that I paid for the whole bundle. And the Botox will cost you anywhere from $690 per session, and the fat dissolving injections is just not available in Singapore. It's not a treatment that is offered in Singapore. I think that it was super worth it to do everything in Korea, and I would tell anyone that is planning to do this to actually do your research beforehand. And before with your budget, when they are doing the consulting and when they try to promote you a bundle, sometimes it's not all bad. Depending on the desired results that you want to get, you might want to consider getting the bundle. Though I did experience a substantial amount of fleeting pain for this beauty, I feel like it's totally worth it. So do let me know what you think about the treatments that I did in the comments below. Have you tried going to a skincare clinic in Korea? If so, let me know your experience in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please help give this video a like. And if you like content like this, please subscribe to the channel. I might even consider going to a skincare clinic in Singapore to see if the treatment that I did in Korea and Singapore, whether the machine is any different. If you want early access or behind the scenes content, please head over to our Patreon. If you'd like to interact with us live, every Monday and Friday we stream on Twitch and we play Monster Hunter at 8 PM Singapore time. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again next week. Bye bye!